Guys, Homestead Know-How Life is Good. We are in White Top, Virginia, right into Damascus on the Virginia Creeper Trail. This is an old rail bed that runs from White Top to Damascus to Abingdon. It's part government, part private owner, and it's a downhill grade for the first 17.1 miles. And then when you go on to the other end to Abingdon, it's an uphill grade, slight uphill grade, I think around 2%. So we're going to ride this trail today with the wife and the kiddos. This is our second time ever riding this. And it seems like a cool day out. There's some stops along the way, which most are closed right now due to what's going on in the country. So anyway, it's a mix of gravel, crossing some roads, some wooden bridges, some rock paths, and I think we even crossed over a couple railroad tracks, passing through backyards and other things. So let's do this. Alright, so now we've crossed over our first road and we've entered into the valley here where the railway would have been. And it run right along the creek bed. And what they did is they logged this. So they used the train. Of course, they had a logging company ended up going bankrupt because they had a ton of washouts on bridges and things of that manner. But for the most part, it's not too bad of a trail. It looks like they got a little bit of washout this time in comparison to the last time I was here. So it's a little bit rougher. You can do it. We're pulling two carts, two kids in one and one in the other. So it can be done, but it's better if you have a good bike cart that has the shocks on it. And neither one of ours does. We're using a cheap Schwinn from Walmart, $99, and the other one we're using is a Burley Bee, but it's not one of the top of the lines. It's more like an entry level or a little above, and it was a couple $100. So, and down there is some water, and onward we go. There's a rock feature, it's kind of neat. It's a nice peaceful ride. There goes one of my rugrats. Of course, you can look down the mountain, and then if you look up here, there's some features. Yeah, I know you can pretty much coast the whole way down. Yeah, I mean it's a grade going downhill, so a negative grade. So it's just nice packed gravel the whole way, at least to certain points. It does get into some bigger rocky stuff on down the path, but it's pretty good for the most part. And you'll see some openings. There's looks like maybe a Christmas tree farm. You see the path going around it. There's a nice little berm that you can kind of ride up and enjoy. And now on the trip up in the van, you pass several Christmas tree farms. And here's another little berm. There he goes. And there's one of my kids stopping right in front of me, which he knows better than to do, but he did it anyways. I guess he's wanting to go ride the berm. So, you know, it's nice to get your kids out. You know, you can come up here and rent bikes, or you can bring your own bikes, and then you pay for a shuttle up. And it's basically $20 a person. Kids 5 and under are free. So we didn't have to pay for 3 of ours. So it's, you know, a little over $80. I think it was like 82 and some change or something. And of course we just drove up from where we live at. It's a couple hour drive. So you can definitely do this in a day trip if you live within a couple hours. So looks like people have been riding up that and coming back down it. Here's another little berm, Alden. Yeah, baby. Alright, so, yeah, baby. Alright, so we're coming up on our first bridge. There's several bridges. I think it's, I can't remember off the top of my head, but this is from last time, which was last year. I think it's something like 40 something bridges through the whole trail. So, we're gonna see if we can stop right here. And if I drop my phone, then that's it, guys. I'm not going to get it. Alright, guys, back on. Y'all doing okay today? Big gorge. And a little transition off the bridge. Some signage there. A little bench to relax. Somebody left a water ball that's rude. Bring it in, bring it out. It's here. Alright. So here we go. Now we're, a little bit bigger rock here instead of the powdered stuff. So they keep the trail maintained really, really well. You don't see a lot of stuff hanging out in your face, things like that. I mean, there's a couple little bitty stragglers here and there, but for the most part, they really maintain this trail, which makes it an awesome ride. Or walk. I mean, there's people that walk it, but it's definitely an awesome ride. Awesome ride. So it just chugs along these valleys, and like I said, they use locomotives and come up here and log the mountains and take them back out. I want to say it was like the 1800s. Don't quote me on that one, could be wrong. There's a mile marker, it looks like. It's not a real muddy trail. I'm sure if you encountered a rain, or if it was just after a rain, I mean, you would get a little bit of mud and stuff on you. But, I mean, it's smooth enough that I'm riding one-handed at probably, I'd say about 8 to 10 mile an hour maybe. So, I mean, it's going pretty good. This is all down through it, and there's a trail. I wonder if that was that trail that goes up and then it ends up down there. So there's a trail back there that my son was like, ooh, I want to go up it, but it was probably like a 60-degree incline. Looks like more something you'd go down, but then a little ways down the trail, probably about, I don't know, 100, 150 yards, there was another trail that went in, so I'm assuming that's what that was for. So, alright guys, I'm going to enjoy the ride a little bit. We'll record some more here in just a little bit. This is kind of a lot of the same stuff. If I come up on something, get a video of that and add it in. This is going to be a session of videos we put together just kind of quickly. We're not going to do a lot of editing or none of that. We want people to see what it really is without it being doctored up. Here's my little one's waiting on me. There's a jump. You could definitely jump that one. I guess that was a mile marker. Now there's signs along the way, and we've got to meet a time schedule to be back, and we got to drive back home. So I'm not going to stop and look at all the signs, but basically it tells about the trail, so you can read about it obviously online. So you're almost there. So here's another sign. You can see up there the sun's kind of peeking through this. Goes up to a lookout. There's some ferns, mountain ferns. think my wife's catching me. I'm gonna have to pedal a little bit now. Come on, you won't be in today. Baby, there ain't nothing at the offshore. You can't wait. I'm thankful for being here, but 2 days in heaven just ain't gonna do. This is gonna take forever. Darling girl, I just got started loving you. Alright, there he goes up the berm. Wonderful, just nice and quiet and serene. Almost a wreck right there because they're not paying attention. Hey guys, keep in mind there are people coming up the trail today, so stay over to the right, please. You don't want to come around a curve and hit somebody head on a bicycle. I promise it won't feel good. There's some rock stuff there. Sorry, I wish I could have better views. I need to get me a GoPro. But as you know, raising 5 kids and everything costs money. So to pay for a GoPro just ain't in the budget. It's a big job getting by with 5 kids and a wife. It's a little change up with the Merle Haggard song there. Hey, but I've been a working man dang near all my life and I keep on working. As long as my 2 hands are fit to use. Yeah. Looks like we're coming up to a clearing here. A little bit anyways, a little bit of sunlight peeking through. Kind of at the top of a ridge here. I'm still riding one-handed, recording with my cell phone. Here's a little berm. We're gonna go up it one-handed, down it one-handed. That's pulling a bike cart, folks. So that kind of lets you know how nice this is. Slow down a little bit, bud. Get my youngest, or one of my younger sons to slow down up there. All right, so looks like that was probably clear cut at one point. You don't see the names of the trees here. Honestly, all these, I mean, there's not a lot of large growth trees because of where this was harvested so many times, you know, so long. Hey, slow up, bud. Look out. See. All right, move on. Move on. Every now and again, just listen for me. Now there's these stone markers that are standing up. There's pillars that they put in. See along the way, and it's got numbers on it. I'm not sure if that was actually for the bike trail or if that was something that they used for the railroad. Alright, hold on, buds. Looks like we're approaching the road. Gravel drive. Alright, come on. Alright, so we're gonna cross over and basically hit back in right here. Do a little bit of paddling. So this is where it's going to cut through some private land. I mean, just beautiful. I would love. Absolutely. There's a Christmas tree farm back over there. Absolutely love to live back here. Go right here. All right, we're going to stop at this stop. Well, I guess we're going to go across. Okay, so now we're going to be at one of the depot stations. Hey guys, hold on. Now, usually this is open. She's coming, and you can go in and view stuff and everything, but due to everything going on, they've got it closed. So here's a little locomotive thing they got. Joe Depot. This is neat. Look how wide those tracks are. Here's the hand levers. And this is a house over here, and I'm not sure kind of how all this worked, but I do know that this was actually used from the last time I was up here. All right, so we're gonna get on down through here. Now this part of the trail, it runs right along a creek, which my assumption is it floods sometimes. But there's a lot of, if I'm remembering correctly, there's a lot of kind of rougher rock areas. So I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to record on it, but we'll see what we can do. So we're gonna cross over somebody's driveway. And as you can see, this isn't the same stuff that we was riding on earlier. And you'll hear it in my voice, the roughness. Of this path. Got one wanting to pass me. Remember, it's rougher down through here. You gotta watch your handlebars, they'll twist out. Hey, you gotta tell somebody you're passing them on the left. Bicycle etiquette. Okay, well, let him pick it up. There's water runoff. If this was the part I was thinking about, there's a commercial style barn there. There's a lot goes on in these mountains up here. You know, people would never imagine living back somewhere like this and actually being able to thrive and survive, but it is done all too often, and the rest of the world don't even realize it while they're in their concrete jungles, as I like to call it. Matter of fact, there's a tractor going over there right now. I mean, I would love to be able to have the opportunity to live up here, and we've looked into certain areas and have debated moving, but some of it's just either too hard to find, too far out, which can be a problem, especially depending on what kind of line of business you're in and things of that manner. So, yeah. What? So it's, you know, it's a little difficult, and, you know, trying to find what we want and things of that manner. You know, you don't just want to buy into something without really getting something that you want. You know, we're trying to find something with a creek and some field and some woods. You know, that way we can do the things we enjoy doing. So we're gonna go. This is really rough through here. Yeah, I know. There's somebody else's house. That's where that gravel driveway that we crossed over went. Now you can see how far we went. Alright, we're going coming to your left. Yeah. That's over the driveway. Alright, we're gonna take a break here and let my right arm rest. We'll show you some more later. Oh look, here's the creek I was telling you about. Right along the path there. Alright guys, so we've stopped here at one of the bridges. As you can see, they're numbered. That way you know which ones you're crossing, how many you've crossed. Nice sound of the creek here. And then of course right over there is the road. Alright. So all these would flood out and wash the bridges out that the trains would have to cross, especially in some of the bigger areas. Alright guys, so I decided to walk back here. And up here, that's a fence. Be careful there, we don't want to get hurt. There's a big rock right here that we're gonna climb on. Look. See where the fence has gotten tangled up. I guess it washed down from the farm. Probably one of the big floods we had. Don't step on that fence. Alright, so nice water runs down. We're going to get back on the bikes and take off. Alright guys, so we've had our snack break. Now we're going to get back on the trail. We good? Ready? Here we go. Alright, so this is number 44. 45 was marked. The first one we crossed over, I don't think it was marked, so I don't know if they're counting it. Look at this rock formation. Just rock folds. Of course, there's the creek down there. Look at that. Check that out. Isn't that cool? Here's a little bit of a sloppy part of the trail. More rock formation. This is a little bumpy right here. So you can see there's some bigger rock kind of throughout the path. There's some more rock formations. And over here, some more trees. Now if you look right here, pretty rough right there. It's doggy. I don't know about no doggy. Alright. So there's a ton of rock formation through this area. And as you can tell, it's pretty rough right through here. This would be pretty awesome if you had a bike cart with shocks on it. Alright, so now we're coming up to one of the road crossings here. We'll look both ways. We'll kind of gravel slash paved. So now we're just riding on gravel. Just loose to gravel. Got fields. You can see where they've hayed. Little sign there. Alright, we got a center pole to straddle. It'll always make you nervous when you're pulling a bike cart. Afraid you're gonna hang the wheel and then wreck everybody. No! There's some more water. And now this creek, or a little river, whatever you want to call it, runs right down the back of a lot of people's property. And just pretty awesome, really, to be able to see. There's somebody's house right there. Got a nice little deck on the back of that one, so they can view out over the creek. Here's a little bridge that they can come right back to the creek trail. Alright. Neat area. The last time we came up here, we actually stayed in the servant house of the first, I want to say it was the first governor of Abingdon, or governor of Virginia, rather. I really can't remember a whole lot of the history. I researched it last time we came up here because we actually used it as part of our homeschool curriculum, you know, to teach about American history to our kids. You know, it's one thing nice about homeschool is they get to go out and learn, you know, all this stuff, and it gets to go toward their education. Now, granted, even if you're in a public school system or private school, you can still do the same thing and, you know, bring your kids out and let them learn outside of the classroom. You know, keep in mind, if you don't teach your children, the world will teach your children. And as you can tell with what's going on, You don't want the world to teach your children. Alright. So we're riding along the creek. You might call that a little nugget. As one of the other YouTubers that I watch, Melissa and Doug, or see, it's Off Grid with Doug and Melissa. I think how it is. So I like watching them. They very intelligent people. Looks like some people enjoying the water there. Pathway going. There's another pathway. Looks like it goes into somebody's farmland. Is actually what it does. There's an old barn. I don't know where my rug rats are at. They're somewhere way ahead. Alright, so here's an old barn that's seen better days. Now this is pretty smooth right here. Barns speckled everywhere out here, almost like a Dalmatian dog or a polka dotted dress. You know, just some of it's remnants of the past, some of it's stuff that people are still using. As you know, you can tell that this field over here is being used. You know, there's hay in it. You can see the bales of hay over there. So they're still living life. Partially to what it used to be back in here. Go over this is a little bit wetter spot right here. You see where they had a little pipe that went under. Apparently had quite a bit of rain and come up onto the trail. There's a little soupy, muddy spot. Here's another culvert. Looks like a fence that's seen better days. You can go up there and camp. Now you can hike this or bike it, and you can actually stay overnight on the Creeper Trail. Now they ask that you, make sure you're a decent ways off the trail. You know, you don't want to be camped right on the trail and your stuff falling out on the trail and interrupting other people's view and what they're doing. You doing all right?
I'm like you missed it.
Uh-oh. Hey guys, slow up. Alright guys, so we're at another section here of the Creeper Trail. Pretty rough right through here. Now we did just come through a section where if you're riding without pulling a trailer and you're riding a mountain bike, there's some pretty good humps. They're really to divert water, but you can definitely jump them. Here we are crossing another bridge, and as you can see, bump. Kids are going to go back for round number 2, I guess. So there's another bridge. There's a trail going down to the water or the land below there. If I can get you a view of that. And of course over here, just all around. You know, the river over here to the side of us. Stop right here. And there's the water. And there goes one of our bike carts. The water, yeah, we're way up here. The big old concrete pillars they got holding this thing up. This is a pretty long bridge, I'm telling you what. Nice little seating area. Oh yeah, the big rocks. Alright, there's some more rock formation. Yeah, buddy. There's a river down there. Now, one side is pretty smooth. The other side is really rough. Was that one of our water bottles? Okay. So, seems that there's an issue of losing water bottles. People come up. There's a washout. Look down there. There's a viewing deck down there. Now this is on the edge of the trail here, guys. So I mean, you know, you at least want to have some kind of bike riding experience before you ride it. Make sure your kids kind of get the general basics. You know their braking. Oh, you know what? Last time we talked about we was gonna go down there and look at that. Big stone wall. I'm not real sure what that's for. Now we're riding right on the river, and you can see they had some piles of rock back there and stuff, and what I'm gonna call gator dust, which is what you use for pavers when you're putting a paver patio down. But they use it for these trails, and they actually had a little John Deere tractor right there. Oh yeah, and also this is part of the Appalachian Trail, so it connects in. That's going back through there, so you can visit the Virginia Creeper Trail and the Appalachian Trail on the one schwa there. So that's pretty neat. We're getting ready to cross another bridge. I thought we talked about it last time. We probably just forgot though. Oh, by the way, this is the trek on the Virginia Creeper Trail. Trek 2020 Marlin 6. It's got the hydraulic brakes, suspension fork. You can lock it out. 29er. It's my wife's bike. All right, so here we go.
I just want to take a picture of it.
Mom want to take a picture of that. That's the Appalachian Trail. All right, so here we go. We're going to cross over. I mean, you can just come, spend a day of it, relax next to the water. Still remnants of days past. There's some cross ties. And even down in the water, you can see there was one place we went, and there was actually cross ties or bridge ties and railroad stuff in the actual river. It's so peaceful, nice and cool. I mean, look at the canopy cover. You can ride the upper half of this trail, Look here. There's a waterfall. I mean, you could probably ride down here in your swimming trunks and go swimming. This is the part I was saying, you walk down, you can see all the cross ties and stuff. Ready to go? Oh, pup. Woo. Alright, now check out the rock formations. Little undercut right there. Alright. Follow the river down. Now, last year there's a house big rock formations. You get to view all this. I mean, it's just gorgeous. There's the Burley Bee. The Burley Bee bicycle cart. It's a really good one. It's nice and light. You know, it doesn't fold flat, but it gets pretty compact, lightweight. Not too bad to flip up real quick, pop the wheels in. All you gotta do is push the center hub of the wheel. It slides right in, locks in place. Flip the back up, 2 tabs together. We might do a review on that actually, on the Burley Bee bike cart. And they're not the cheapest, but I think they're a whole lot better than what you get otherwise. You know, it's kind of that old adage, you get what you pay for, and that's definitely holds true when it comes to mountain bikes, bike carts, bike components, and things of that manner. And like I said, guys, you could ride this in your swimming trunks, swimming gear, and then you could come up here and hang out for a couple hours, mess around in the water, get back on your bikes, ride the rest of the way down back to Damascus if you don't want to ride the whole trail. The good thing about Damascus is you can actually get a shuttle from Damascus up to White Top. Hey, how are you all doing? Here's another bridge crossing the water. You know, this is there's plenty of neat places to stop along the way and drag your feet in the water if you want to. Take your shoes off. Bring you a towel. Bring you a towel. That way you can dry your feet off, get them back in your shoes, or if you wear Keens, then you don't have to worry about it. Be careful on the gravel, it can make you slide out. Here's another bridge. So anyways, we used the Virginia Creeper Trail Bike Shop last year. Wonderful, wonderful people. Very helpful. You know, we rented bikes from them and bike carts. They hauled us up. We rode back down. And the nice thing was we've got 5 total car seats. 2 boosters and 3 actual harness car seats. So they, was fine with waiting around, letting us buckle them into their van. And then they actually left them in that van, and when we got done, because it's at the end, now the Creeper Trail Bike Shop will pick you up at halfway point at certain times up until a certain time. And then, they have their last run. So if you miss it, you have to ride all the way to the end of the Creeper Trail. So anyways, they did that, went back, got our seats out of their van, and then put them back in our Suburban. Now, this year, what we decided, since we're, last year we planned on riding the whole trail. This year, since we just decided to do the Damascus to Damascus part, we decided to find a bike shop in Damascus, since you would go right through it anyways. There's remnants. So we used Adventure Outdoor and Bicycles, or Sundogs. That's where we actually had to go to get the bikes. I think I called the other Adventure Outdoor and Bicycles to do the reservation, but Sundogs is their partner or their same business, whatever it is. So we went over there, and now what they do is we put our car seats in their van, and they're wonderful people too. Put our car seats in their van, and then they brought us up, and what they do is they will take our car seats out of their van and put them at the front counter. Now, the difference is, at the Creeper Trail Bike Shop, they just left the van unlocked with our car seats in it. So whenever we got back was fine. It didn't matter. We could get in and get our car seats. Now with the other one, and you know, we probably could have worked something out. I thought about it, should have. With the other one, they close at 6, Sundogs. So with our car seats being inside, they close at 6. So therefore, we have to be back before they close to get our car seats. Now, with that being said, maybe if we're not back, they'll set them outside on the covered porch. We're hoping. Did y'all ride around through there? I should have. Ride around through there and jump.
What is that?
It's like a little camp area. Go ahead. We'll turn around. Now, right here is a little campground area. So, right here's a little campground area. Your foot. Hold on. So, nice little area to camp. Right here at the water. Do some wading. And some nice camping. So now what I'm gonna do is I gotta fix my little buddy's strap here. He said it's hurting his leg, so we're gonna check that out. All right, back on the bikes. We're gonna exit this little area right here. Whoop. Back up on the trail, and then we're gonna catch up to everybody. So that would be really nice right there. I mean, you know, bring your backpack with a small tent. You know, you can get 1 person, 2 person, lightweight tents. Come up here. Excuse my hiccups. You know, you come up here, ride down this far. I mean, we're only an hour and a half in. You know, bring your stuff and camp out. I mean, nothing about right next to the water, out here in the middle of the woods, just away from everything and everybody. Here's a look. You walk right down here to this. Look what you got. I mean, just a bunch of stuff. I mean, look at that. And if you're camping right back there, you know, you had the water right at you, but you could walk right down here too. There's another little entrance area. Rock. Went right over top of that rock. You know, if I had a... Oh my goodness. It is rough right here. This is rough for a bike cart, especially if it don't have shocks. Now granted, I mean, if you get one that's got shocks, it's gonna absorb some. If you have a downhill mountain bike and you're riding this, you know, it's gonna absorb a lot. So anyways, we're gonna trudge on through here, enjoy the scenery. Now, surprisingly enough, I've not seen really any animals. You know, I don't remember seeing any last time, which is very surprising. But I guess they have so much. Well, buddy. I guess they have so much. It's been gone. I guess they have so much stuff that, or so much woods and stuff, they don't have to worry about it. Guys, so we've crossed over the water. It's over to the right now. I wished I had my camera or my phone out back there, because there was an actual big rock formation. A huge boulder had fell out of the bank and was just sitting there. Obviously, it didn't fall out while we was passing it, but you know, it's kind of wild to think.
Pretty wild thing. Dad, want a video of me jumping up on that thing?
Go with it. We're gonna jump right there. Fun for all ages. Fun for all ages. Alright. It's peaceful riding. With rock formations. Alright guys, I think it was Taylor's Valley. Yeah, this is Taylor's Valley. I don't know if that's reminiscent of their last name, but we are now in a little quaint community. Riding past people's houses, the creek's on the back side of them there. Oh, you know what? Guys, so we've now come to the other side of the road, and this looks like, I mean, honestly, it looks like coal. Anyways, there's some campers, some campsites, things of that manner. Passing through. Now this is the private property part here. Hey, don't ride in their yard. That's not part of the trail. No, this is somebody's backyard. Alright, so here is a little bit of a tight gate. Make sure you go through it right in the center pulling a bike cart. Now you can see field, and like I said, this looks, I mean, just like crushed coal. I mean, I don't know what it is really, but it sure is reminiscent of it.
It is so bumpy.
Right on the right, it's not as bumpy. As you can see, they keep the sides of the trail mowed. That way there's not a bunch of grass hanging over. Just look at this. This is, I mean, smack in the middle of God's country. Just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. This can be rough on littles in the cart, so you know, keep a check on them. Make sure you bring snacks and drinks and diapers and all that stuff. Alright, so this bridge has got a little bit of a bump to it, so we're gonna gear down and ease up it best we can. Water! Imagine that in your backyard. Not a regular bump there. Little bumps, bumps. Big rock break time. So here we go. Now we're crossing the road. Here's more farmland. Here's a road going back through there, a driveway or whatever. So I'm going to assume there's a bridge. The old bumpy road, there it is over there. Alright, so you heard that coming to your left. You know, there's certain bicycle etiquette. You know, if you're a slow rider, you allow others to go past you. If you're passing somebody, you're supposed to do it on the left. You know, essentially that's going to be rules of the road. You know, you drive on the right, you ride your bike on the right. You know, be aware of those around you. There's an old stone wall, old farmhouse up on the hill there. Now, what this is, guys, is, you know, you build what you need, not what you want. Alright, here's motorcycles. We're back to the road again. Look both ways. Alright, go ahead. go. Oh. Right on down. How's it going? So here's an old caboose that they've turned into either a little place to live or something. I ain't real sure. Maybe just something to view, you know, like a little train depot. So all right, we've encountered a squirrel. Here we come through another gate, passing right on through. Alright, that sign's up. Here's some more farmland. Different sections of the trail go through different stuff. A lot of different terrain area. Really neat place to ride or hike. Come visit. This is Abingdon, Virginia Creeper Trail. If you start at the bottom, it goes to Abingdon, Damascus to White Top, and then if you go the opposite, you would get shuttled up to White Top, come through Damascus, and that's the halfway point. You can get picked up or you can ride all the way back through to Abingdon. But once you hit Damascus and get toward the end of it, you start an uphill climb, and it's the whole way. It's at least a 2% grade the whole way, and sometimes more.